Right, so the intro for this song then. Right, so the part we're going to look at first then is obviously the intro, but the intro actually also acts as the verse, which means we can cover the intro and the verse all as one. If you know the song, you'll know that I think at the start it starts off with quite a lot of piano, but obviously we've got the guitar, so we're going to be playing the guitar part. So listen to the song, because otherwise it can be quite hard to hear. But it's going to be a distorted sound. It's going to be all palm muted, and it'll just sound something like this. Okay, something like that, so quite a heavy sound. And if you're not sure what palm muting is, if you go back to my main site and have a look at my videos on palm muting, then follow those through, then come back to this video, you'll not have any problems. But what we're going to do then, index finger, fret 2, string number 5, then your ring finger on fret 4, string number 4. Like I said, we're going to palm mute it, so this part of your hand, pressing down on the strings. We're going to do this downwards 8 times. Then what we're going to do is play another 5 times downwards, and then take off your ring finger. So now you've just got your index finger on fret 2, string number 5, and then play strings 5 and 6 downwards 3 times. So in total, 8 times, 5 times, 3 times. Okay. Okay, something like that, alright? So that's the first part then. The next part, index finger, fret 4, string 6, ring finger, fret 6, string number 5. It's going to be like the same kind of shape, so downwards 8 times, and then downwards another 5 times, and then we're going to move our index finger back down to fret number 2, string number 5, and then play it 3 times, so like this. Okay, so all together then it'll just sound like this then. Okay, so that's like the verse and the intro then. The next part of the verse, if you look at the tab now then, it's going to start off the same, and all it's going to do is right at the end, if you have a look at the tab, instead of going from the 4th or the 6th back down to the 2nd, all we're going to do is stay in that shape. So index finger, fret 4, string number 6, ring finger, fret 6, string number 5, and then your little finger, we're going to put that on to fret 6, string number 4. And what we're going to do, if you look at the last bar, we're going to go downwards all the time still. We're going to go downwards 4 times on the top 2 strings where we're not going to be palm muting it, and then downwards on all 3 strings, again not palm muted. So that last part will just be like this. Okay, so that's verse B for us there then. Obviously all we need to do is put verse A and B together. That's going to give us like the complete kind of like intro and verse all as one. And next up then we've got the chorus. So chorus A then, it's just going to sound like this. Something like that, alright? So it's going to be quite tricky, it's quite quick. It's going to be all downstrokes. And to start off with then, index finger on fret number 2, so you're covering strings 4 and 5. Make sure you're not touching string 6 though, because I'm going to play that open. You're going to go downwards 4 times. Okay, and then what we're going to do is sort of take your hand, well, leave your finger where it is, but just rest it over the strings now then, yeah? So instead of pressing down, just rest it lightly on the strings. We're going to put our palm down on the strings to palm mute it, and together, combined, if we pick this top 2 strings now, it'll sound like this. That kind of sound. That's like, that's like the sound we're going for. If you look at the tab, the 2 X's, where it's, that means muted, that's the sound we're going for. Then what we're going to do is push your finger back down then on the same fret, fret number 2, and play it twice and then once more. So in total then that part. Okay. Da, 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 da. Okay, so hopefully you can hear the quick. And when we play those 2 and then the 1, all I'm doing after I've played them is as soon as I've played them, rest my hand down on the strings to stop the sound. That kind of thing, yeah? So that's the first part then. Then what we're going to do is put our index finger on fret number 4, string number 6, ring finger, fret 6, string 5, and then your little finger, fret 6, string number 4. We're going to play that twice, so downwards twice, and then do that same thing where we release our grip a little bit, put your hand on, do that kind of muted sound, and then we're going to go down, so slide it down 2 frets to frets 2 and 4. Then we're going to just play that once. Okay, so that next part, okay, da da, then mute, da, so da 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 da. Okay, so that's the next part. And then what we're going to do now then, if you notice, it's going to be the same pattern that we started the chorus with, though it's downwards 4 times, and then the little muted bit, and then downwards twice more, and then once more after that. Okay, so like this. Yep. So that's what I've got so far then. And the final part then, all we're going to do, leave your index finger where it is, take your other fingers off. So now you've got your index finger just on fret number 2, string number 6. We're going to pick the top string. Then as soon as we've played it, we're going to take our ring finger and hammer on to fret number 4, string number 6. So like this. Yep, so that's just picking the string once and then hammering on. Then we're going to do that muted effect. Yeah. And then index finger, fret 2, string 5, ring finger, fret 4, string 4, little finger, fret 4, string number 3, and go downwards. Okay, so it can be a little bit tricky at first, but try and play it in the little individual parts, then piece it all together, and again in total it just sound like this. Okay, so that's chorus A then. So chorus B then, it can be quite tricky. It's just going to sound like this. Okay, something like that then. So to start off with, it's going to be index finger on fret 2, string number 5, your ring finger on fret 4, string 4, and your little finger on fret 4, string number 3. To start off with, we're going to pick strings 4 and 5 together, and then straight after pick strings 3, 4 and 5. So okay, and then what we're going to do, keeping your fingers in that position, we're going to pick strings 4 and 5 twice, and then pick all 3 strings, and then we're going to do that again. Okay, and then if you look at the tab, what we're going to do is just play all 3 strings 3 times. Okay, so put that together. Alright, and that's like the kind of pattern we're going to be doing, okay? So from there then, all we're going to do is if you take off your index finger, we're going to put our middle finger, reach across, put your middle finger onto fret 4, string number 6. So now we're in this position, leaving your ring finger and your little finger where they are. We're going to do that same shape, but what we need to try and make sure then is that string number 5 is muted. So with your middle finger, so to lay it flat a little bit, so you're getting those sounds when you hit string number 5. And we're going to do that, and we're going to do that same shape. So we're going to hit all 4 strings to start with once, and then what we're going to do is hit the top 3, then all 4. Okay, so like this. Okay, that's the first 3 notes, and then from there it's going to be hitting the top 3 strings twice, then all 4. Going to do that twice, and then to finish off, I'll just be hitting all 4 3 times. So right from the start of that piece like this then. Okay, then from there all we're going to do is take your middle finger off. We're going to move our ring finger and little finger up a string. So now we've got your little finger on fret 4, string 4, your ring finger, fret 4, string 5, and then your index finger, that's going to go on to fret 2, string 6. We're going to do that same shape again, so like this. Yep, and then this part's going to be a little bit different now then. What we're going to do is take your ring finger and your little finger off, leaving your index finger where it is. We're going to play that once and then hammer on using our ring finger onto fret 4. Okay, and then do that muted technique that we learnt earlier, like that. And then what we're going to do is put our index finger on fret 2, so we're covering strings 4 and 5. Then we're going to play strings 4 and 5 as well as string number 6 open like this. Okay, so that last part. Yep, and then what we're going to do is play that 3 more times, then do the hammer on, and then the muted part, and then just basically do that again. So okay, and to finish off, we're going to do the hammer on, do the muted part, and then it'll be index finger, fret 2, string 5, ring finger, fret 4, string 4, little finger, fret 4, string number 3, and play that. So alright, so that's how you play chorus B then. I'll just play it through again for you, and right from the start it should sound like this. Okay, something like that then, alright? So next up we've got the interlude then, where we're going to get a little bit sort of tricky with our fingers. They're just going to sound like this. Okay, so to start off with then, ring finger on fret number 8, string number 3, and then also your index finger on fret number 6, string number 3. We're going to pick it once on the 8th fret, then take your finger off and then pick it again. So okay, and then from there what we're going to do is put our little finger onto fret 9, string number 4, play that, and then put your middle finger onto fret 7, string number 2, play that, and then it'll be your middle finger onto fret 8, string number 3, and play that. So this last part. Okay, put that together. Alright, and then what we're going to do now then is put your index finger onto fret 6, string number 3. We're going to play that once, and then using our ring finger, we're going to hammer on to fret number 8, string 3, then pull it off. So alright, so that's the first part then. Then if you look at the next part, let's start off the same then. So alright, and then little finger onto fret 9 on string 4 again. I'm going to play that once, and then put your index finger onto fret 6, string number 4, and play that. So like this. Okay, so those 4 notes together. Yeah, and then it's back to 8 and 6, and then back onto fret 9 with your little finger. Play that twice. So all together. Okay, so that's the second part of the interlude. I'll play it right from the start for you, so follow it through in the tab and you'll have this. Okay, so next up we've got the outro then, and if you look at the tab you'll notice it's very similar to the chorus that we learnt earlier. So what I'll do for you on this part, instead of actually telling you where to put your fingers and that kind of thing, I'll basically just play it through for you a couple of times. All you're going to have to do is just follow it on the follow it along on the tab. Listen out for the timing, because like I said, you shouldn't really have too many problems with it because we've already learned all the shapes. And follow it through and it'll sound something like this then. Okay, so that's outro A then, that's the first part. And then outro B, that's where the song's actually going to completely end. So look at the tab now, then it's going to have updated for you again. It's going to start off the same, so back into this position then on fret 4 using your little finger, your ring finger and your middle finger. We're going to play that as we have been doing, and then from there go into that power chord shape starting on fret 2 and then fret 4 as well. We're going to play that 3 times, and then 3 times again. Then all we're going to do is take your fingers off, so you've just got your index finger left on. We're going to pick string number 6, pick it once, hammer onto fret number 4 with our ring finger, and then do that muted sound, and then go back to that shape on fret number 2 with your index finger, and just play that once to end the song. So I'll play that and it'll sound like this. Okay, so that's the end of the song then. So, New Found Glory.